Hey guys, I'm Annie. In this video, we're going to be focusing on lengthening the hamstrings. In my own practice, tight hamstrings is something that I've really struggled with over the last few years. And when I've spoken to students or people on social media, a lot of people have expressed that they feel the same and it's been a real challenge for them too. So this is a nice short video, so you can try and fit it in a few times a week or even every day to help create a little bit more length through the backs of the legs. So let's start by coming onto the front of the body, pressing the hands and feet into the floor and sending the seat bones high to a downward facing dog, keeping the knees soft and pedaling through the legs, one knee then the other. And especially if the hamstrings are tight, there's no rush to try and straighten through the backs of the legs and get the heels to the ground. Just really ease into the posture, lengthening through the back of the body, creating space between each vertebra in the back. And then with the next breath, bring the hands all the way back towards the feet, coming to find a forward fold at the back of the mat. And again, keeping the knees soft, taking hold of opposite elbows and letting the head hang heavy. And by softening the knees, we allow our pelvis to tilt upwards, especially if the hamstrings are tight. It's really important to allow that to happen, to lengthen through the back of the body. You can make the bend as generous as you need, depending on how tight the backs of your legs may feel. Just breathing gently, easing in, letting the head hang heavy, and then releasing the hands to the floor, walking the hands back, coming to find your downward facing dog. Sending the hips all the way up. Let's step the right foot between the palms at the top of the mat. Inhale to reach the arms high, lifting up through both sides of the waist. And then maybe releasing the back knee down, untucking the back toes, interlacing the fingers, lifting up through the chest and pushing through the front knee to take the stretch down the front of the left thigh. And then you're going to release the hands down, send the hips back to the left heel, and then you can tuck the toes of the left foot under. If this feels really tight, you can grab a couple of books or a couple of blocks to help you. And placing the hands on the floor or on the blocks, just in front of the knees. Keeping the back of the body long, lifting through the chest as you fold forwards over the front leg. Feeling a nice deep stretch down the back of the right leg. And then bending the right knee, tuck the back toes, place the hands either side of the foot and step the left foot halfway towards the right. Again, lengthening through the spine and then folding down. You can use the blocks again to help you. Or if you haven't got any, then bringing the hands to the hips to help you keep a long and straight, flat back. Keep breathing into any tension in the back of the leg, letting the exhale help to carry it away. Going a little bit deeper with each breath. And then placing the hands either side of the right foot, step back to your downward facing dog. Again, softening through the knees. And then stepping the left foot between the palms. Reaching the arms up, coming into your high lunge, staying on the ball of the back foot. Sinking down, reaching up with the arms, and then releasing the back knee down, untucking the toes. Keeping the arms over the head, interlacing the palms, releasing the first finger as you stretch a little bit further forwards, finding a nice release down the front of the right thigh this time. And then placing the hands either side of the foot, sending the hips back to the heel, taking hold of your blocks if they're there. And then lengthening through the chest to fold the body forwards over the left leg. Finding a place where there's a good stretch, but without pushing into anything that's too painful. Find a balance between breathing into tension rather than into pain. And then coming forwards, placing the hands either side of the foot. Step the right foot halfway forwards. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, folding over the left leg. Maybe reaching the hands forward or taking the hands to the block, to the floor or to the hips. Wherever is available for you today. Keeping the spine long and straight. Breathing a little bit deeper into your fold. And then releasing the hands either side of the foot, stepping back to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, a full exhale. Bending through the knees to create a little bit more length. And then we're going to walk the hands back to the feet. You can grab your blocks again if you need. Coming into a forward fold at the back of the mat. Bringing the hands towards the floor or pressing the palms onto the blocks in front of you. Keeping a softness in the knees. And the spine is long and straight. And again, there's no need to try and push the legs straight. Just keep them slightly bent. Maybe working a little bit deeper with each breath. Releasing a little bit of the tension with each exhale. And then inhale, lift halfway up. Take hold of the big toes with the two peace fingers. Inhale to lengthen the chest. And as you exhale, send the elbows wide. The knees can be bent and you're sending the tailbone up, lifting the hips towards the ceiling, lengthening through the upper body, softening the shoulders, and then placing the hands to the floor. Inhale to lift the chest, and then let's walk through, come to sit on the mat. Extending the legs out in front of you. And there's a few modifications here, so depending on how tight the backs of your legs are, maybe you might want to remove the flesh from underneath the seat. We're going to take a forward fold, reaching towards the toes. If the toes are available to you, you can wrap the two peace fingers around each big toe. But otherwise, maybe grabbing a belt or a strap, bending the knees and reaching the strap around the soles of the feet. We really want to try and keep the chest lifted here, prevent a rounding through the spine to make sure the stretch is really through the backs of the legs. So you can even come to sit on a block if you're struggling to find any forward fold, so that we have a bit more of a tilt, allowing us to fold forwards. And think about scooping up through the lower belly to create space for the fold. And then leading with the chest, reaching the body forwards, drawing yourself down over the legs. And maybe you might just move a couple of millimeters or so. Wherever you are today is perfect. Trying not to pull and strain too much. Just keep the stretch active. And then removing the block from underneath the seat. Flexing the left toes, drawing the right knee to the chest, And then let the knee drop out to the side, placing the sole of the right foot on the inside of the left leg, maybe up towards the thigh or perhaps down by the calf, wherever feels most comfortable. And then reaching for the toe again, maybe using your strap or softening the knee to help you fold forwards. Leading from the chest. With each exhale, draw yourself a little bit further down into the fold. Opening the space between the shoulders, keeping the chest up. And then inhale to release. We're going to take it over to the other side, bringing the left foot to the inside of the right leg this time. Looping the strap or the belt around your foot, or maybe bending the knees to help you fold forwards, reaching for the foot. Leading with the chest. Imagine that your heart is aiming for the toes rather than the forehead to the knee. So there's no rush to get the head down to touch the leg. Just folding gently and actively, reaching a little bit deeper with each breath. And then coming to release the strap, placing it to one side. You can give the legs a bit of a shake. And then coming to lie down on the back. Drawing the left leg up, bringing the hands around the back of the leg, the back of the thigh, and push the thigh against the hands. You can either stay here or take the belt and loop it around the foot, keeping the shoulders pressed down into the mat. The knee can be soft. The right leg can either be bent with the foot on the floor or extended out onto the mat. And just gently drawing the foot a little bit closer towards you. Again, without straining, keep this soft, keep it compassionate. Using each breath to draw you a little bit deeper. And if you need to bend through the knee here, then that's totally fine. Keep the back of the body resting against the floor. And then releasing the leg. Swapping over to the other side, taking the hands behind the thigh, pushing the thigh against the palms. And then either drawing the leg towards you with the hands or looping a strap around the sole of the foot. Sending the energy through the heel. Maybe observing the differences in the two sides of the body. Perhaps one side feels a lot more open or a lot more tight than the other. And again, just using the breath to draw a little bit deeper into the posture. If your hips start to lift, then you've probably gone too far, so just soften back. Taking your last few breaths here. And then gently releasing the foot, placing the strap to one side. Drawing the knees into the chest, giving them a squeeze. And then extend the legs out onto the floor, separating them hip or mat width wide. Resting the arms away from the sides of the body, the palms face up. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, big sigh. Coming into your Savasana. And then bringing the awareness back to the breath, wriggling the fingers and toes, inhaling to take a full body stretch, and then drawing the knees into the chest for one last squeeze. Coming to roll onto the right side of the body, and just pausing for a moment before making your way up to come and sit at the top of the mat with the eyes closed, lengthening through the spine. Take a deep breath in and a full exhale. I hope you enjoyed that little hamstring stretch. It can be really frustrating, but just keep working and you will notice over time how much of a difference it makes. If you enjoyed this video, I've got lots more to share with you, so please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time.